Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is my September wrap up. So originally I had 8 books on my TBR. I have changed one of them slightly, and I'll explain that in a minute. I can't remember what all the prompts were exactly, but the first book was the prompt that was actually I can't remember what his prompt was, but I picked Still Life by Val, I think it's McDermid, I think that's how you say his surname. I ended up DNFing that book altogether, and I don't know, I just didn't put it on my TBR and I changed it to this book instead, which is The Missing Years. And I did finish this book. I can't remember what I rated it. I rated it a 3-star. I enjoyed some parts of this book, didn't enjoy a lot of it though, and the bits that I didn't enjoy definitely put the whole thing down. I feel like, yeah. So it's all about a house in Scotland, a manor. If they had more of that and more in the house, and also the ending kind of was a bit different, I probably would have rated it a 5, but I didn't really like the ending that great, and some stuff I feel like they could have changed about the story and it would be 10 times better. But yeah, it was a 3-star. I feel like some people would enjoy this, but I just didn't personally enjoy it that much. It did take me quite a long time to read it, I think. Yeah, so I started this on the 17th of the 7th and ended it on the 3rd of the 9th. So it took me a while to read, but I did finish it, did like it. Probably would recommend it, but I was personally not a favourite for me. This was the first book that I had on my TBR. I think this prompt was like a thriller or an author that I have not read before. I can't remember exactly which one this one was. I read a little bit of it. I can't remember how far into I got into it. I did like read a bit, but then I kind of kept. There's twins. Sorry about that, my camera just died. I'm so pale right now. Why? It's because the freaking sun is like that. It's cool to me. Sorry, the camera died. I do not know how I did not see the camera battery flashing. It just went dead on me. This book's about twins. One of them goes missing. And like, so one of them's called Edie, one of them's called Tess. Tess is the one who is still here. Edie went missing 20 years ago. It keeps going between the paths of the 2 girls, so one from 20 years ago, one from now, the present. But I didn't like the past one at all. Like, I just did not enjoy it, and I kept wanting to skip the chapters. And I went on the reviews and I was like, they were saying you can't skip them, you have to read them. Well, then I won't section if you could skip them or not, but said you have to read them, and I was like, oh, there's no point in me actually reading this book if I'm just skipping like 50% of the book. So I did just DNF the book. Didn't really enjoy it that much. But yeah, I don't know. It's not great. Yeah, it's gone to my DNF pile. This book was a book that was set in the UK, which is Killing for Company, The Case of Dennis Nilsen by Brian Masters. Again, I did read a bit more of this. I think I read about 100 pages, but I just did not enjoy it. And I think half the reason is I know the case is really good. I prefer watching the cases, like true crime cases, over reading them. And I think because I watched this one a few times, I think I was kind of like not into it. It's not ideal for me, so I did DNF this book as well, which is not, this one's not going great basically. Anyway, on to some more books. At the start of the month I did a reading challenge. I think it was a 12-hour reading challenge, and in that 12-hour reading challenge I read The Fault in Our Stars, which is one of my TBR. It's for a blue cover. I actually really did enjoy this book. Like I did enjoy it, but I didn't enjoy it as well. It's like an odd one. I enjoyed it, but I feel like it's more for kids, not kids, but teenagers. And also, I've watched the movie before on this, and I just remembered kind of what happened in the movie a bit. So it wasn't like great in that aspect, but I feel like if this was like a first time kind of book that you read, if you first saw a book, then yeah, I think it's great. Anything after that, probably not as much. But yeah, I did rate it though. What did I think I rated it 3-star, to be honest. Yeah, I rated it 3-star, so it's not like, it's like average. It's average. But I did actually finish this book. Did it in one day, which is great. The next book I read this recently, and this is a 5-star. I don't think this author can write anything that's not 5 stars, which is 5 to 5 by Holly Jackson. I think this was my it was either free choice or an author I read from before, but I had to pick this book because I wanted to read this for so long, and I don't know, also the floppiness, like how floppy this book is, like it's perfect. literally just flop. I love it. I love this book. I feel like, I feel like some part of the book I kind of like guess slightly, but like part of the plot twist of like one of the secrets I can guess, but not the whole secret. I guess part of it, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel like some of it you can probably guess slightly, but I don't feel like you can guess the whole thing. So it's like, it's still quite a surprise, I feel like, which is really good. I like when with thrillers and stuff like you can like not guess the whole thing, because I feel like a lot of thrillers you can kind of just figure out what happens halfway through the book and it's like, but then at the point it's like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of reading this book at this point if you literally have guessed what's happened? This one, however, you don't guess the whole thing, and if you do, I don't know how you did it. But I love this book. Generally, I love all of her books. Right, the next books I've got, 2 books. So one of them was set in Europe, and then one of them is a book over 400 pages. However, I didn't finish either of these books, but I am close to finishing one of them. So the first one is Carla, which is set in Ireland, in Kinlow Island, so obviously set in Europe. I'm enjoying this book so much. I probably will finish this today. I've got about 50 pages left. Yeah, I'm on page 400, so my next pages I start on 400, and it's 453 pages, so I'm close to finishing. I can't wait to finish this book, generally so excited. Actually loving the book so much. I just feel like I let the book really fall back. So yeah, this generally, I think, I don't really rate things like point stars because like on Goodreads you can't do points, but I feel like I probably would rate this like a 4.5. It's not quite, at the moment it's not quite a 5. Depends how the ending changes maybe, but I feel like it's not a 4 either. So I probably would have rated a 4.5, but if I ever do put points on my stars, they're always just going to round them down, not round them up, because if they were point, why are they going up, basically? Even if it's like 0.75, like it's still going down because it isn't quite that point. But yeah, I love this book. I'm kind of sad for when it finishes, but I really want to finish it as well, so yeah. Next book though, I do need to get another book from this, because I added a book to my TBR because I read this book, but I've not finished it. I've read about 100. Yeah, I read about 107 pages of this book, and on the other book I've read I think about 60 pages, I think, which is Powerless, which is my book that's over 400 pages because it's like 500 and like 2 of this book. And then obviously Powerful, which I'm reading because you can read them as a tandem read, so I'm doing that at the moment. So I think the next step is to read like 10 more chapters on this book, and then I have to read like 1 chapter of this book or something like that anyway. I can't read. Can't wait. I can't read? Yeah, I can't read, guys. Just got a YouTube channel and I can't read. But no, I can't wait to read these books, and then I can get on to Reckless, which is so exciting. But yeah, I'm kind of like happy that I didn't read these separately, because I feel like I can interlink them. It kind of goes from pops from like Payden and Kai when they're on the trials, and then goes to, I don't know how you say her name, but I keep calling it Andina. I don't know if that's how you actually say her name, but that's Payden's best friend. But it goes to her Puff because she is not in the trials, but is during the trials, so whatever she's doing. But yeah, I can't wait. Also, I feel like this book's more like actual romantasy. This one probably is a bit of romantasy. I'm not really far into it, but I feel like there will be a bit in this one. But this one, like, I'm already getting the vibes already, and I can't. It's so exciting. It's also my first ever like fantasy, like in general, so like I'm probably excited about it because of that. But yeah, it's making me excited to read more fantasy books, and I've got a few on my list for this year, so I can't wait. Can't wait for that. But they are 2 books. One was technically not actually a part of the thing, but it is now. Now I did have one more book, but it was an audiobook, which was Pride and Prejudice, which I did actually read. I finished that on the 1st of this month. Like, I finished it on the 1st day of this month. I only rated it 3-star though. I feel like classics and stuff I do like, but I feel like I'm not, like, I like other books way more than classics. So most of my classics I have read are like low star ratings or 3 or average, because they're good, but I just don't feel like I'm really a classic person in books, to be honest. So that is that. Next 2 books were also audio books. One of them was Mystery at Shelley Rock, and then that one, it was like a 20-minute audio, and I had it in 2 times speed, so it took it down to like 10 minutes. or no, I think it was only 20 minutes and 2 times speed. I can't remember. It was a short audiobook. It was alright, but I don't really know what happened. There's not really much of a story to it, so yeah. I just only rated it 1 star. It was okay, but I don't know. Definitely not like worth. I don't feel like it's worth the read, to be honest. Next book. I actually did enjoy this book. I listened to this when I did that 12-hour challenge. I went to the gym and listened to this, and I listened to it randomly during the day as well, which is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, which is actually quite good. Did enjoy it. I did rate it a 3 star though, because I feel like I enjoy more other books way more than that, but it was a good book. And then the next book that I read, which again I did 24-hour readathon the other days, so that will be later this week, which I only bought a book in that, and that was Icebreaker. I did enjoy it, but I feel like I rated it a 3 star. It was a good book, but I felt there's quite a lot of drama. The main girl character is like, I feel like she just kept going from guy to guy at half the book. Like, I don't think she knew what she wanted and who she wanted, and it just kind of like made her seem like not great. But other than that, it was an okay book. Yeah, I started audiobooking The Wildfire as well. I didn't audiobook that much of it, probably like 20 minutes of it. But that one, like, I'm a bit confused on that one, to be honest. I don't actually know what's happening at the moment, but definitely will be finishing that at some point, and hopefully have better reviews on that one. But yeah, no, I did enjoy the book. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in a few days for the next video. Bye guys.